What if I told you that the June numbers for inner city Calgary condos actually contain some of the best news sellers have heard in months? Most people look at these stats and see doom and gloom. But when you dig into the data, there are three things every condo seller in the city center needs to know right now, and all three work in your favor. Before we get into it, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I break down Calgary's market every single month with real numbers, not headlines, and I don't want you missing what comes next. All right, let's dig into the June stats for Calgary City Center. Lesson one, prices have stopped falling. The floor is forming. If you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting because you heard condo prices were dropping, listen closely because that story has changed. Yes, the benchmark condo apartment price in the city center sits at 305,700, which is down from last year. But here's what the headlines won't tell you. That price has barely moved all year. January came in around 309,600. February, March, April, May, and now June have all landed within a few $1,000s of each other. That's not a falling market. That is a market finding its floor. Townhome style condos told an even better story in June. The benchmark price jumped to $585,100, up almost $12,000 from May alone. Why is this good news for sellers? Because the buyers who are waiting for prices to keep sliding are running out of reasons to wait. When a market flattens out, that uncertainty disappears, and buyers who've been circling for months start writing offers. Stability brings buyers back, and June's numbers show we're there. And let's zoom out for a second. If you bought your inner city condo 4 or 5 years ago, you're still sitting on serious equity. That same apartment benchmark was around $246,000 in June of 2020. That's roughly $60,000 in appreciation. This is not a market you need to escape. It's a market where your gains are real and intact. Lesson two, well-priced condos are still selling fast and near full price. Here's a stat that should get every seller's attention. In June, townhome-style condos in the city center sold in an average of just 32 days. Apartment-style condos averaged around 44 days. That's about a month to a month and a half from listing to sold. Now, the number I really want you to focus on. Sellers are getting between 96.7 and 97.7% of their asking price. Read that again. In a market that everyone calls soft, buyers are still paying within 2 to 3% of list. What does that tell us? Buyers aren't lowballing. They aren't circling like sharks waiting to steal your property. When a condo is priced correctly and presented well, it sells quickly and it sells close to asking. The sellers who struggle in this market are the ones pricing off 2024 headlines or off what their neighbor got 2 years ago. The sellers who win are the ones pricing off today's data. And when they do, the June numbers prove the market rewards them within weeks, not months. Lesson three, you have less competition than you think and a massive affordability advantage. Here's the lesson almost nobody's talking about. New condo apartment listings in the city center were actually down 5% in June compared to last year. And year to date, they've been down 15%. Fewer new listings are hitting the market. That means every week, the flow of fresh competition against your condo is shrinking. Buyers scrolling listings tonight are seeing fewer new options than they did a year ago. Now, combine that with this. The benchmark detached home in the city center just hit $996,800. Let that sink in. Detached in the inner city is knocking on the door of $1 million. So where does a first-time buyer go? Where does a young professional who wants to live downtown, near the office, near restaurants, and near river paths actually shop? Condos. Your condo. At $305,700 for the typical apartment, inner city condos are the only affordable doorway into the best locations in Calgary. Townhomes at $585,100 are still more than $400,000 cheaper than a detached alternative down the street. That price gap is a funnel, and it's pointed directly at your property. As detached prices stay nearly 7 figures, The pool of buyers who can only make the number work on a condo keeps growing. You're not selling a consolation prize. You're selling the entry ticket to inner city Calgary, and the audience for that ticket is bigger than ever. So let's recap what June told us. 1, condo prices have stabilized and the floor is forming, which brings hesitant buyers off the fence. 2, well-priced condos are selling roughly a month at 97% or better of asking. And 3, new competition is shrinking, while nearly $1 million detached prices funnel buyers straight to your door. If you're thinking about selling your inner city condo and want to know exactly what these numbers mean for your specific unit and building, I've put together an exclusive guide to Calgary Condos. All you need to do is DM me the words condo seller to 403-875-2626, and I'll send it right over. My name's Marino Coco. I'm a realtor with the John Ripko Real Estate Team and Royal LePage Benchmark. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.